I have a book in me. This is my friend, my brother.
Thank you, Kelly and Oliver.
I'm a multi-award winning best-selling author.
If you want to start a new business, I suggest you write the book on it.
God woke me up at 2:30 in the morning and I wrote a book.
Some of you got books already. Some of you got novels already.
The lead generator is the book.
You write a book, you leave a legacy to your children.
And I hope you guys listen to these guys so they know what they're talking about.
What's up, everybody? It's the publisher, Mr. Kelly Cole.
I'm the writing coach, Dr. Oliver T. Reid, the relationship architect.
Welcome to this bootleg version of Books-N-Brothas podcast.
Straight bootlegging it tonight, no doubt.
So the reason for those of you who watch on YouTube, the reason you can't see me or can't see us is I'm actually in Chicago recording this in my mom's living room, and my Wi-Fi is janky. So it's my fault. You can blame it on me. But I came to Chicago to see my mom, Dukes, and I'm going to be here till after Mother's Day. But next week I'll be back home in the home office with the big banner on the background. But anyway, how you doing, bro?
Man, I'm doing good, man. How you doing? And yes, it's your fault, but we love mom, so it's not. Really not. But we love mom, so we will let you off the hook this time, man. But I'm doing great.
Appreciate it. But yeah, man, so down here eating some good food. She is cooking some pepper steak and rice as we speak. You know, that's like one of my favorites. I'm about to throw down, bro.
I know you about to go in rice, pepper steak, and you're in the shot.
And I'm in the shot. I've been eating everything, bro. I probably gained 10 pounds already.
Man, can you bring some of that Giovanni's back?
Giordano's, bro.
It's Giordano's?
Giordano's.
Whatever the G with the circle deep dish.
That's it. Giordano's.
Oozing out.
Guess what? It's one about 3 blocks from her house.
Wow.
If you lived in the same city as me, I sure would bring you one, but you live too far. I can't get it to you.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
But cool, bro. But yeah, man, let's jump into it. The reason I chose this topic is because, as you know, I've been running a lot of Facebook ads to get people to, sign up to publish their books and stuff. And the biggest thing that I'm running into is people need help with marketing. And so I thought we would come back on and give some marketing tips. Now, some of them, the people are regular listeners. They probably heard of this. And if we're honest, a lot of times when I listen to something the first time, it don't click till I hear it 2 or 3 more times. Right. And then it's like, oh, I missed that the first time he said that. So I thought we would go back and forth and kind of share some marketing tips or some things that they can do to market their book. What you think?
Man, perfect. I think that'd be great.
Cool. All right. So I'm gonna start off. One of the things that I do, like if you follow me, then you see me create content daily, content for social media. That's one way, guys, that you can create content and market your book. Not just posting your book cover and saying, "Hey, buy my book." You need to create some content. Tell a story. Like you can create a piece of content per day and tell your story. Hey, what inspired you to write a book? All right. Talk about the different chapters in the book. And that could be in, video form. That could be in audio form, and you put the book cover and you put your audio behind it. But you need to be creating some type of content every day. And I'll say video. Start off with some video content and post it on social media, and quit just saying buy my book. At the end of your video should be a call to action. So you should say something like, hey, if you'd like to learn more or, get the rest of the story, go ahead and purchase a copy of my book. It is available on Amazon right now for only $14.95. Boom. You could do it that simply. But the first tip I'm going to give is you can give out daily content videos around your book. All right, bro, what you got?
Man, I love it. And I love what you're doing, man. And really, when I grow up, I want to get there with that daily content. I was doing good for a while. But it's one of those things that's so valuable, and it looks really clean and crisp, bro. as I follow you daily, it is definitely something I look for. And it leads me into my first point about marketing is that you have to also find out, I would say, what the people want. And what I mean by that is one of the things I'm learning to do is you can bounce it off friends and family, but you also can just do a post about or come on, a live video and talk to people. Because what I do a lot of times is talk to people and then I ask them. I make it interactive. Like, I want you to interact with me and tell me some of the goals and things that you're working on. Because I'm a coach, so I need your feedback so that I can coach. I can't be a coach by myself. And so one of the things that I always say that is really pretty good is that you have to ask the people what they want. Simply ask it and make it simple. Like, what do you guys want? What do you need from me? What are you facing around whatever your book is or your topic?
Yes.
You specialize in.
Perfect, bro. That's a great point. Yeah, because think about the problems that your book solves. Like you said, think about what the people want. Pay attention to what they're posting on social media, what they're posting on Instagram and Facebook, and pay attention. Like you said, bro. Like a lot of your books deal with relationships. Like a lot of people struggling in their relationships in this quarantine. You're hearing a lot of different talk about it. So yeah, so that's a perfect one, bro. All right. I'm going to stick with my theme of creating daily content. Another thing that I do is I post quotes. Okay. So you can create quotes, and I'm going to give you a shortcut to this, what I've been doing lately. What I'll do lately is I'll go to Twitter, post a quote on Twitter, screenshot that quote image, and I just upload that to Instagram and Facebook.
Wow.
And it makes it look really good, and it gets more interaction, believe it or not, than the little fancy images that I was creating. So real simple. Just go right there to Twitter, make a quote, put a quote from your book on there, and then screenshot it, and then use that as what you upload. If you notice, if you follow me at Mr. Kelly Cole on IG or on Facebook, that's what you'll see. You'll see Twitter quote images. And my coach actually told me about that because I noticed people were doing it. And I was like, I wonder why they're doing that. Now, if you want to get fancy with it, let me share this app. Hold on. There's an app, and it is called Photo Grid. Now, with Photo Grid, you could take that screenshot of your tweet, and in the background, you can have your book cover or scenery from your book or a picture of you. So that's a cool way to create the quote images. So you can post those daily as well. Those get great engagement or content. Now, piggybacking on what Doc said, why not in your quote ask a question and get people to comment below?
Yep.
That's going to boost the post and help it go higher and stay relevant and stay in people's news feed. But that's my point number 2, bro.
Man, I wish we were in the lab back home, because that would be the dance break we usually do when you hit them hard over the airways, highways, and byways. Because that is amazing. Because I have my pen out, and you can hear me typing in the back because I'm putting them notes in, and I'm going to apply as well, guys. When you listen to content, like if we was in the studio at home, Kelly was in the studio, we'd probably play a dance break right there. He gave y'all 3 different tips to kind of just do. And if you do those, he gave you the app Photo Grid, told you what to do. And then you can also, I'll add this before I go to the next point, you can also go over to social media, either Facebook or Instagram, and you go to the GIFs. They'll allow you to ask questions in a poll and do all kinds of different things in there. Then you can put that image right inside. It's funny because, like, after this call tonight, man, we keep going. I'm going to be speaking to a primarily woman-based audience about relationships, right? And one of the biggest things that I'm going to do tonight, instead of just being lecturing, which is leading into my, I think, point 3 or point 2 or whatever it is that I have on this side, is make it engaging. And so when you're given the time, for example, if you're an author and you got a book and you're going to interview, make it more or less about engagement than it is about you. If people can feel like you're engaging them, and what I mean by that, Kelly hit something about questions. I do a lot of times, I may do something from my game. I'm going to get them tonight to interact with me so that they will never forget that I came on and did the Zoom call, right? Because it's a week of virtual call, so there's been all types of speakers.
Right.
And what sets you apart from, I think, a lot of times the mayhem on social media is your content and being able to have, my third point, engaging content. Don't just talk. See if you can get them to talk back to you and get them to engage. One is questions. Another way you can do it is polls. Ask a poll. Another thing you could do is, hey, I'm going to challenge you to do something. Put a call to action out there.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. That's great, man. It's very important that you put a call to action and do a poll and interact with the people. All right. So that was your second. That was your second one. I'm gonna give us another one. This is my third. I'm gonna say a great way to market your book is to be a guest on podcasts and radio shows and blogs and different things like that. Now, I just to test this out before we did this podcast last week, bro. I don't know if you saw it. I put on Facebook. This is all it said. It says, who has a podcast, who has a radio show or Instagram live show or something that I can be a guest on?
Yep.
Bro, I booked 50 interviews from that one post.
Wow.
Because what happened was the people who had shows, they commented. The people who knew people who had shows, they tagged their friends who had shows, and they all contacted me to do an interview, bro. And I got 50 interviews from that one Facebook post. So simply request to be a guest on someone's show. Just ask. You don't know who's following you on social media. Just ask. Say, hey, who has a guest? Who has a show that I can be a guest on? And most of the time what you'll realize is a lot of these podcasts and these shows, they struggle to get guests for their shows. So put it out there. Say, you're open for interviews. That's my third point, bro.
I love that. I love that point, because one of the things that people have been doing, and I'm sure you get this a lot, piggybacking on what you just said, is that they will also tag your name in.
Yep.
They'll drop your name in it because, I think it was the other night, somebody was doing a TV show they needed to guest on, and I didn't know about it, but then the guy dropped my name, and then next thing you know, I get an inbox, can you email me? Because I think the post was something like looking for a speaker, a man that's ready to share his heart or something like that.
Wow.
And they just dropped it. And so when you do it too, it pays it forward back to you, because as you ask the question, you get booked, but then people also remember you were doing it.
Right.
And so it's a full circle thing. I think the third thing I would come with, as far as with the marketing of your book, is being able to also, whatever you decide to do, and I'm learning this, to do it, and keep it simple. I think it's been one of the hardest things for me, especially as creators, and I speak to the minds of creators, the writers out there. So I tell them, you want to get so creative, like you were mentioning earlier, it's just a snapshot that you need to take of something that get more engagement. A lot of times it doesn't have to be too long of a paragraph, or you got to do a whole lot, as it is to keep it simple and keep it where people can easily see what you're doing. So I would say just keep it simple. Whatever works for you, keep it simple. And I would say that even in the times that you don't feel like you're getting engagement, because it's easier to kind of like, let me try something different. But people are still waiting and could be anticipating every day for you showing up with that particular content. So just continue to do what you feel is simple and something that you can manage.
Definitely. Yeah, man. I agree. So whatever it is, like you said, like if you just picked one of the things that we shared, and just like you said, if they were consistent with it, they will begin to see some traction and some more marketing around their book. So great point. All right, let me think of another one. Okay, so I shared my point. Number 3 was, tell people or put it out there that you're available to be a guest. Here's another way that you can find podcasts to get interviewed on. Just go to Instagram, put the hashtag in there, podcast and your niche. So if you're an entrepreneur, your book is about entrepreneurship, put in entrepreneur podcast. If your book is about cooking, you got a cookbook, put in cooking podcast. If your book is for parents, if your book is for kids, like put in whatever your keyword is in podcast, and what you'll find is a list of podcasts that will come up. All you got to do is go to their page, and most of the time they have a contact button right there. You can click email and email them your information. Tell them you would love to be a guest on their show. That's a great way that you can solicit and get on podcasts. That tip right there, and I use that all the time. That's my tip number 4.
Mm-hmm.
I saved the best for last. I got one more, bro. Here you go. You go with your 4th, and I'll give them my 5th.
All right. My 4th is this right here too. Everybody loves the word free.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So what you can do too, piggybacking on what you're saying, is that you're already doing those cross searches and podcasts, but you can also say, hey, whatever is the ebook, I will be giving away my ebook free, or once I'm on the show, or once you book the show, say you're going to give something free that increases engagement.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times when I first started out, I would say, hey, I will contact the person after they have said to me they want me to be on. I would say, hey, one of the things I want to do is I want to give a free book or ebook out to the listeners.
Right.
And so can you market that when you market? And so that a lot of times increase their audience, because you're going to get you have a chance to win by tuning in tonight for blah, 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 blah. Get the best selling book of such and such and such. It just adds more credibility, and you can keep the listeners engaged as well, because they're looking out to see how in the world I'm going to win this book that's free.
Bro, great, powerful, man. We dropping bombs tonight, bro. that's powerful, because like you said, it increases their listenership and it increases engagement, because people want to hear you say, hey, at the end of this call, you stay to the end of the show, we're going to give you the free book. And people love free stuff, like you said. Mm-hmm. And it's a great way to market. The most powerful word in marketing is free. Now, I'm going to piggyback on what Doc said. All right. Now, he said when you're getting interviewed on the show, tell them that you're going to get the ebook for free. Right. All right. I'm going to give you something. I'm going to add on to that. I'm going to give you a bonus to Doc's number 4. All right. If I was you to generate some sales for my book, I would give away a free bonus. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, a free bonus, you don't have to give them your book or the ebook. You can give them a free bonus of you interviewing another expert in your expertise, okay, or in your niche, all right? Like, say, for instance, my niche is entrepreneurship. I would find a millionaire entrepreneur, get them to agree to do a Zoom interview with me, 30 minutes to 60 minutes, whatever they got time for, and I would offer that interview for free in exchange for anyone that purchased my book. Crazy, right?
Wow.
So just think about if I was able to get a reality star, someone that's on CNBC, on The Profit, or on Shark Tank, or, any of those shows, entrepreneurship shows, or any famous entrepreneur or businessman or millionaire or billionaire, and I got this closed door session with them. People want access to stuff like that for free. And if you tell them, hey, all you got to do is buy a purchase of my book and send me your receipt and I'll give you this bonus for free, a lot of times people will take action and go ahead and buy your book. That's a bonus. You got anything on that one before I give them my last tip, bro?
Man, I would say this one right here, that one right there was fire. That's like straight up. Like we say back when I was growing up, Novocaine, no chaser.
Hey.
That was just the straight hard line. My biggest thing is this right here. And one of the things I've learned, Kelly, is this. When you look at the term marketing or marketing. Yeah. Man, I think you can't have that word without market. Right? And so a lot of times when I think about market, I think about like going to the grocery store. You got these different lanes. You got these different aisles. Yeah. If I'm really in a rush, and I haven't been to a grocery store, the first thing I'm going to do is ask the store person, store clerk, anybody on the floor, where can I get X, Y, and Z? Where's the Tylenol? Where's the medical? If not, I can be walking for hours a lot of times trying to find a product that's right there. Right. I would say that get a marketing coach. Shameless plug. But it's true. Get somebody that can help you. You talked to me in person about your coach. Yeah. You coached me. I went to other coaches. It really does pay off when you put something in the hands of a specialist. If you don't know marketing, yes, you can research. There's a lot of free advertising. There's a lot of stuff out there, but it's not like getting somebody that can tell you it's on aisle 1. What you're looking for. It's on aisle 1. Why? Because they worked there, they stocked it, they've been there, they know the ins and outs.
Right.
But sometimes we'll walk around the store with our book and trying to figure out where, when you can talk to special people like us and say, hey, specialists, say, hey, this is what I need to do. And it'll cut your time in thirds, seconds, whatever. Right. Find somebody that knows how to market, that can put your book into the market.
Dope. Yep. Great point. Man, I love that analogy too. When you go to the market, you ask for help. You need to get a coach. Yep. You definitely need to get a coach. I don't know if you've been watching The Last Dance with the Bulls, but Michael Jordan, once he finally realized the value of a great coach, he said he wasn't going to longer play for the Bulls if Phil Jackson wasn't there.
Yep.
Because he knew the only way they can continue to win championships is to have Phil Jackson.
Wow.
So yeah. All right. So I'm going to give you my last and final one. So most people don't even realize this. All right. This is how you get on TV. I'm going to tell them how to get on TV.
Wow. So
if there is a show that you want to be on, go to their website, and there's usually a tab that says be on the show. Now, most people don't know this. They just dream and wish and hope that the show will call them. And it doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. I remember when Steve Harvey's show was going on, I made it a habit every day to make a submission to go on their show.
Mm-hmm.
They contacted me twice. They wanted me to be on the show, but they didn't want me to be on there for the topics that I was soliciting for. They wanted, me to come on there and talk about things that had no relation to my book. So I declined both times.
Mm-hmm.
But just think, if there was a show you wanted to be on, all you got to do is go to the website, click on Be on the Show, and submit your information. All right. Now, they'll have a bunch of topics. You just put under which topic you want to speak for. Now, I'm going to give you a bonus tip to that. If there's a topic, all right, underneath what they're looking for, right, and your book is similar to that, okay? Say, for instance, a relationship, and they're looking for people who have been in an abusive relationship, okay? Say if your book is similar. What I would do is repackage my book to the title of what they're looking for. Okay. I would repackage my book and say, hey, the book on abusive relationships by, and put your name. All you got to do to repackage it is just put a cover on it and then re-upload it to Amazon. It won't cost you anything.
Right.
All right. So that's one of my tips. You can create books and products around the topics they want on their show or on their radio show. Now, if you have a local radio show, all you got to do is email them, say, hey, local author would love to be a guest on your show, and then put the topic of your book. I've gotten, hundreds of my clients booked on their local radio shows just by doing that topic. That's my final one, bro. You got another one for them?
Man, that's it, man. I think we closed the book up on that.
Yeah.
We just fold them. You got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. And you also got to know when to walk away.
Hey, that's it, bro. So, yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed that. If you pick one of those strategies to market your book, I'm guarantee you it will increase your sales and increase your movement. All right. Now, here's another bonus. I can't just leave you guys like that. Think about your book as being the marketing tool that opens the door for you to be able to sell them something that's higher ticket. Okay. So the book should be the marketing tool to sell them coaching, to sell them a service, all right, that you can charge a lot more money from. Very few people become millionaires off of just selling a book. So open up your mind, all right? Even if your coaching program, you taught everything that was in your book, it's still a higher ticket item that you can sell. So at the end of your book, put a call to action, all right? For people to book you for coaching or book you to speak or different things like that. All right. So on that note, any announcements, bro? You got anything?
No, I've just been announcing that, one of the biggest things that we've been having a lot of opportunity. We're looking for people that a lot of times people look for us, but we are looking for people who are hungry and want to take their books to the next level, write the book, or whether you need coaching or marketing. But I do have an online experience that you can actually book with me to play the game that was a book that turned into a game that's now turning into an online encounter or experience called The Interview. And so we'll put that link down below because I'm looking for people to actually come in and interact and play the game online with me, whether you are single or a couple who is looking to enhance their relationship. You'll be able to sit down one-on-one with me and have a recorded session. So I'm excited about that.
Awesome. So yeah, make sure y'all check that out. Go on the virtual interview game with Dr. Reid. That'll be a great, great thing. I've actually played it myself over the phone and over, Zoom and Skype. So it's very fun. It's very engaging. So it works great even virtually. So go ahead and check that out. I don't have anything new going on. I just still have, the free masterclass that I give. There's that word, free. And to get access to that, just go to bestsellerscircle.com, and it's how to become a best-selling author in 90 days, even if you hate writing and don't know where to start. All right. Other thing, if you want coaching, like we said, Dr. Reid definitely coach you on writing your book and your relationship coaching, and I would do great at book publishing, coaching, and marketing. Just shoot us an email, or if you want us to speak for you virtually to your group of people, you want us to be a guest on your podcast, just shoot us an email, Books-N-Brothas@gmail.com, and we'll be glad to be a guest, offer you some coaching, or provide anything you need as far as resources or stuff like that. So just hit us up. We are available to speak. Now, make sure that you're subscribing to us on YouTube, following us on Apple Music, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. All right, before we give them our famous quote, bro, you got anything else?
Man, it's been a great show. Thank you for all the tips.
Hey, the show, bro, we got to give it to them. All right, cool. On that note, you don't have to get it right.
Just got to get it going.
All right, let's make it a great one. All right, bro, love you, man.
Man.
All right, peace. I have a book in me.
This is my friend, my brother.
Thank you, Kelly and Oliver.
I'm a multi-award winning best-selling author.
If you want to start a new business, I suggest you write the book on it.
God woke me up at 2:30 in the morning and I wrote a book.
Some of you got books already. Some of you got novels already.
The lead generator is the book.
You write a book, you leave a legacy to your children.
And I hope you guys listen to these guys so they know what they're talking about.